From WNEP, the news station, this is 2023, A Look Back.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Newswatch 16 Sports Director Ron Snyder. Over the next half hour, we're going to look back at some of the top sports moments from around Northeast and Central Pennsylvania over the last year, and we might as well start at the top. It was a championship 4 years in the making in 2020 and 2021. COVID wiped out 2 years. Then in 2022, the Lady Bucks won the District 2 Class 4A title, but the Lady Bucks sensation Sierra Toomey went down with a devastating knee injury. She would not return until the following season. And then in 2023, it all came together. Dunmore captured the first state championship in school history, defeating a team from Pittsburgh. It was the first girls state championship in school history. Newswatch 16's Emily Kresh shows us the party that ensued in the borough.
A parade escort fit for state champions. Fans, family, and classmates lined the streets of Dunmore to welcome home the Lady Bucks basketball team, fresh off of a PIAA state title win in Hershey.
I think they're still on cloud nine right now. They're still delirious from no sleep and just having a good time.
It's the first 3A title for the program, so of course the fans went all out. The team paraded down the streets to the high school stadium for a pep rally.
Go, Lady Bucks! Dunmore, let's do it!
Players say they expected nothing less from the people who have shown their support all season long.
It's an amazing feeling. It's huge. It feels so exciting. It feels like I'm just living in a dream. Like, I don't think it's sunk in yet. I'm still like, it's crazy.
For the family of the players, the victory celebration is just as exciting. Many traveled to Hershey to watch the Lady Bucks take on River Valley. Seeing the team pull out a 42-30 win is a moment they will never forget.
It's a little overwhelming. It's been in the making for years. I mean, the girls prior to this have paved the way, the coaches prior to this, and then these girls have been a part of the program.
Even though if you could describe it, it was like we just couldn't believe it. That was their goal, but you know, that's a tough goal to reach. And they did it. They worked their butts off.
It's really awesome to see everyone from Dunmore get together and pay for the buses and everything, and just bring everyone together. That's what Dunmore is. It's all about.
The party continues tonight with a block party across the street from the community center in Dunmore. Emily Kress, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County.
The run by the Lady Bucks led to some additional hardware. The Pennsylvania basketball writers named Carrie Toomey as the coach of the year. Meanwhile, the writers voted daughter Sierra Pennsylvania Player of the Year, along with being named first team All-State. The younger Toomey earned a scholarship to the University of North Carolina. It's a bit of a golden age of girls basketball around here as Sierra Toomey heads to the next level. A new queen of the court arrived on scene during her freshman campaign in 2023. Mountain View's Addison Kilmer led the Lady Eagles to a District 2 Class A championship. The Blue and Orange made a deep run to the state playoffs, making it to the state semifinals. For her efforts, Kilmer was named first team All-State. We'll see what she does for an encore in 2024. And the best of the best is a freshman this season, even before making her varsity debut. Scranton's Zaya Small received 2 basketball scholarship offers as an 8th grader. And we're not talking about small programs. Boston College made an offer, as did a certain school in Center County. Pennsylvania does not want Small to leave the Commonwealth. We'll see where she winds up going. And if you think 8th grade is a little bit too young to be thinking about college scholarships, you might be surprised by our next story. I talked to a young man who has earned a national basketball ranking as a 6th grader.
The shots keep falling for Orlando Williams. He's 12, and he can't wait to get back on the court. He's averaging 28 points a game.
Feels like I'm putting the team on my back, you know, just helping out the team.
Orlando played in an Adidas tournament last spring, and they ranked him 5th in the Mid-Atlantic among 6th graders when he was only in the 5th grade. According to the NCAA, basketball prospects cannot be contacted directly until after June 15th of their sophomore years. The tournament hosts are already ranking kids as early as the 2nd grade.
How do you handle just the pressure of playing every day and the pressure of being ranked?
I wasn't really pressured because people that are ranked, it doesn't really mean anything. It just, you got to show up and play.
Orlando's dad is his head coach. Kaleem Williams played college basketball at Keystone, and he makes sure Orlando stays humble.
It's rare that he's ever excited about anything because he always feels like he can do better.
Jeff Wilson has been coaching basketball at East Stroudsburg for 20 years. He says young athletes' families have to balance all the attention they're getting.
All these tournaments and being seen and the exposure, it's great on one level. but does create a lot of kind of emotional stress for him at another level. Good or bad, you can debate it. It's here.
He's not forced to do anything he doesn't want to do. There's times where he's tired, and there's times where I say, look, we're not going, and there's times that he want to go.
Williamsport graduate Chevy Troutman played college basketball at Pittsburgh before playing professionally overseas. He says kids in other countries train as professionals as teenagers.
How, as a parent, do you monitor that your kid isn't overloaded?
If you know anything about the body, the kids rejuvenate faster, they heal quicker, earlier than when you're older. So, I mean, it's a balance play.
Orlando wants to suit up in college for North Carolina and then play in the NBA one day. He's ready to sink success at every age and angle.
The local sports community suffered major losses in 2023. We talked about the happiest moment from Dunmore High School this year. A few months later, after the state basketball championship, the Bucks lost their patriarch. Jack Henzis passed away in July at the age of 87. His career, the stuff of high school football legend. Henzis roamed the area sidelines for 5 decades. He began coaching at Wyoming area in 1966. His first game, of course, a loss to Dunmore. In 1971, Henzis took the job with the Bucks. He went on to the future pros, filling the trophy case with dozens of league and district titles. Henzis took 4 teams to the state finals, winning it all in 1989. Henzis won 444 wins, placing him 3rd all-time among Pennsylvania high school coaches. He'll always be remembered for his love of God, family, and the Dunmore Bucks. In September, we covered one of the most anticipated games this entire football season. Selinsgrove took on Jersey Shore in a Super 16 showdown. Later in the close of the game, Jersey Shore senior Max Engel collapsed after making a play. The 17-year-old died 1 week later. Newswatch 16's Courtney Harrison was there as Jersey Shore's community said goodbye.
On September 8th, 17-year-old Max Engel collapsed on the football field as his team, Jersey Shore, was playing Selinsgrove. He was taken from the field by ambulance. After a weeks-long battle, Max died this past Friday. The coroner says his cause of death was a traumatic brain injury. People in the community say they are heartbroken for a life taken too soon.
We weren't at the game, but we were watching it on TV, and it was it's very sad. It's sad for the whole area.
Signs of support for Max still can be seen around Jersey Shore, including at the Shore Diner. Owner David Polsky says the football team frequents his restaurant and knows that the players are struggling to cope with the loss of their teammate.
We're encouraging them to keep Max, the positive things in their minds about Max, that he may not be here with them anymore, but he can live with them in the decisions and the thoughts and through the football field that as they move forward in life.
The support for Max stretched outside of the Jersey Shore community over the past week, and people were hoping he would pull through. Part of a statement from Max's family says, quote, "Through his life, he has tried to bring people together. We feel he has been bringing people together during this time of uncertainty. We choose to believe he is proudly smiling at this unification of community."
We're in the orange. Everybody had orange on Thursday. And even other school districts and stuff all did it.
Jersey Shore was supposed to play Shikellamy on Friday night. The game got postponed until Monday. People in the community expect a big turnout in support of the Engel family.
I'm hoping we can all pull together tomorrow night and show Max how much we really care and how he pulled a community together.
All money raised during the football game will be donated to the Engel family. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16, Lycoming County.
Number 4, forever remembered. 2023 could not have gotten off to a better start for the Penn State football team. The new year began in Southern California, the Nittany Lions earning a bid to the Rose Bowl. That bowl, an iconic venue, a bucket list for any college football fan. And 129 years of football, 2023 marked Penn State's 5th appearance in Pasadena. It's an experience Matt Freiler from Schuylkill County just wanted to soak in.
To be in there and look around and just take it all in before the game, I can't wait. There's going to be a chilling moment for sure in the pregame, and then we get to kick off, and it's all business once the ball's kicked off.
And he watched the blue and white roll out west. Penn State won the Rose Bowl over Utah 35-21. The Rose Bowl momentum held on for the first part of the 2023 campaign. The Nittany Lions began the season 6-0, steamrolling every opponent by double digits. Then trouble started. Ohio State's defense stymied the Penn State offense en route to a 20-12 win. After getting back on track with back-to-back wins, Penn State geared up for a showdown against Michigan. Well, the Nittany Lions offense struggled in that one too as Michigan got the win. The season, though, still good enough for a Peach Bowl bid against Ole Miss. Now, sometimes hoops is overlooked at University Park, but the 2023 team from the men's basketball team, they made it all the way to the NCAA tournament. That run led to their head coach getting another gig, and the man that led Penn State hoops afterwards, well, from right here in our area, Newswatch 16's Claire Alfrey shows us how the Cole region helped shape the career of Mike Rhodes.
While this basketball court on Catawissa Street may not look like much, this is where Penn State's newest basketball coach, Mike Rhodes, started playing as a kid in his hometown of Mahanoy City. His uncle and former basketball coach, Mickey Holland, lives across the street from the court.
He pretty much grew up with Monterey area basketball and loved to play and, shot around all the time.
Coaching runs in the Rhodes family. Mike's sister, Allie Hobbs, says Mike gets his coaching style from their dad, who was a football coach. She, Mike, and their brother, Jim Rhodes, grew up cheering each other on from the sidelines.
We just always showed up for each other. And I think Mike shows up for his players, whether they're kids from 20 years ago or this past season. He'll always be there for them.
His family says if he wasn't at practice after school, you would find Mike Rhodes walking around downtown Mahanoy City with a basketball in his hand.
When he was younger than all the big guys playing, and they would chase him away, and he had to earn his place there.
He was the best player I ever coached, really, and probably put more time in because of the reason he put more time in and worked harder than anybody.
Since taking the job, people throughout Schuylkill County are celebrating not only Mike Rhodes' success story, but the tight-knit local sports community he and his family created in Mahanoy City. His mom, Mary Edith, says she will never miss a game, no matter if he's playing or coaching.
Everybody in town is talking about buses going up. And I think they would.
With Allie and Jim being Penn State grads, Mary Edith says Mike's new job makes them a complete Penn State family. Claire Alfrey, Newswatch 16, Schuylkill County.
The Tigers have done it again. Still to come, Southern Columbia adds another chapter to its storied football history. Death, taxes, and Southern Columbia winning a state football championship. Those seem to be the certainties in life. The Tigers were in the hunt for the 7th straight year, and they captured their 7th straight state title with a convincing win over Westinghouse. Well, not exactly convincing, because these guys found a way to mount a 99-yard drive in front of them. The Tigers get those tough yards, converting a 4th down, scoring the game-winning touchdown in the closing seconds. Here's legendary Southern Columbia head coach Jim Roth after the game.
We've been in a number of these, and people ask from time to time about this one or that one, or how this one or that one was different. It's not going to be hard to remember this one. It's not going to be hard to pinpoint why this one was different. I mean, we've never come back late to win a title game, let alone 99 yards like that, and end up scoring with less than a minute to go. So, extremely big win, very satisfying because of the way it turned out and just the way we had to do it. And it's certainly a unique one. Much different than any game, out of 14, much different than any that we have played or won in the past.
This is Southern Columbia's 14th state football championship in school history. And we have to give those Dallas Mountaineers a shutout. The state title game didn't go their way, but let's go back to the state semifinals. Dallas took on one of the premier programs in the state, Bishop McDevitt from Harrisburg. Like most of the season, nobody was really giving Dallas a chance, but the Mountaineers, proving the pundits wrong, they won a thriller 26-23. Congratulations to the state runner-ups from Dallas. And what a season for Lackawanna Trail. The field hockey team made it all the way to the state finals. At the same time, the football team had an undefeated regular season, took home a district title, and got a shutout win during the state tournament. A memorable fall sports campaign in Factoryville. A high school football player shows off his talents away from the field. Coming up, we'll bring you the story of this hurricane. Stick around. Steve Lloyd has an eye for athletes of musical talent in 2023. Here's a story about a hurricane who didn't miss a beat under center on center stage.
The Canes Cafe is the gathering place every morning for students inside Schuylkill Haven High School. A warm cup of coffee, and live entertainment.
So, mister, I'll take your roses.
Haven senior Augustus Wark performs in the Hurricane hallways.
Can't take no more. About 2 weeks, every time that I can get in early and get a chance. I like playing for people, and just I think helps the better atmosphere in the morning, sets everyone off in a good mood.
Augustus, or Augie for short, is the quarterback for the Hurricanes' 4-1 football team. Catasauqua comes in Friday night, and another chance to fine-tune this offense.
Being a musician, you have to have your composure up on stage, and in the same way, you got to have it out on the field, so they're intertwined in that way.
Augie started with the guitar around the same time as football and didn't start singing until 2 years ago, and recently he started performing at live events.
I'd say go what your heart tells you, and if music really makes you happy, you should pursue it.
Augie is close with his father, Jeremy. His band, Jeremiah James and the Revival, will open for country music star Travis Tritt Thursday, October 5th in Reading.
Me and my dad, we got a pretty strong relationship overall. I'd say that through thick and thin, we're always going to be there for each other, and I play in his band every once in a while too, so it's a good family bond.
Augie plans to join the Army Reserve Officer Training Corps to study physical therapy next year, and he will also keep his music career alive.
I think they tend to like it a lot. I know the teachers are very enthusiastic about it, and the kids have been complimenting me about it, so it feels pretty good to give something that makes everyone feel good in the morning. But all I brought back with me.
Steve Lloyd, Newswatch 16 Sports, Schuylkill County.
The national anthem is played before all of our high school sporting events, but one rendition went viral. Our cameras were rolling on January the 19th. That's when freshman basketball player Michaela Williams went from the layup line to center stage. After our story aired, Michaela's video received more than 1 million views, truly one of the best moments of 2023. When we think of the Friday Night Lights, we often think about the game itself, but high school football would not feel the same without the cheerleaders, drill teams, and marching bands. A unique event happened back in September. Photojournalist Greg Ebach went to the cavalcade of bands.
So every odd year, Western Wayne hosts somewhere between 8 to 11 local area bands. We just all come out and do our halftime shows for each other. And it's a lot of schools that don't get to see each other during regular season. So it's really nice for the kids to get the opportunity to celebrate what they've worked so hard on all year.
As a whole unit, marching bands, within the schools we're already a team, but I think marching band, we should all support each other. And I think this is a great way for all of us to get to know each other, support each other, cheer us on. And it's just great. I think it's just a fun time for all of us.
Just to give them an opportunity to showcase what they do for other students who really appreciate all of the hours that they spend learning the drill, learning how to march, learning how to play their instruments, and then putting it all together. Whereas a Friday night football crowd might not appreciate it quite as much as the ones who are doing it every day in real life.
I love it because sometimes you'll get your Friday night football crowd will do what we do. It's like, hey, they're done. These guys, they'll go crazy because they see how hard our sets are, how hard the marching is, how hard the notes are, and they appreciate it a lot more.
So much sweat and just arguing, but at the same time, all of that just brings us all together. It's a lot of hard work, but in the end, when we all perform together, I feel like it's just the greatest feeling ever.
Well, we didn't forget about Mid-Valley State title. Look back at the magical run for the Spartanettes next. Well, we began the show with the Lady Bucks winning the state title while Dunmore holds the crown on the court. Their neighbors hold their own in the circle. Mid-Valley rode the arm of Villanova recruit Miranda Runco all the way to Happy Valley. Runco finished off her high school career with a 2-hit shutout as Mid-Valley claimed its first state championship in any sport. Congratulations to the Spartanettes. We had a tremendous softball run this season with Blue Mountain and Tri-Valley also winning state titles. And we have another dynasty budding in our area. The girls from Central Columbia captured the state championship this past season. That's the second straight for the Blue Jays. That'll do it for us. We'll see you in 2024. I'm Ron Snyder.